Hey guys, History Behind the Warrior, and here to do another Q&A today, so let's get started now, shall we? First question from DM Mining, and he says, have you ever thought that once you stop doing MK for History Behind the Warrior, you would lose a lot of support? Now, I'll be entirely honest with you, I don't really know what's going to happen if I finish the Mortal Kombat series, because it's going to go on to a different series, so it could oftenly, go either way. Personally, I don't really mind, because I'll be losing some old fans, but also be getting new fans, and the fans that I make now hopefully are loyal enough to go with me through the entire series. Our next question is from Dylan Gossai Pyromaniac, who's a good friend of mine. He asked, will you do characters who aren't in the game but are still pretty interesting, like Noob, Cybot, Rain and Smoke? I want to give you the answer of saying yes to all of the three. When is it going to happen? I don't know, but it will definitely happen. Our next question is from Jason Moore, and he says, what are you going to do when you've done all History Behind the Warriors? Now, this is a super good question. I just want to address it now, that I don't know what I'd really do because I haven't planned that far ahead. But I want to say with the History Behind the Warrior series, it is what makes this channel what it is, in all honesty, and that's what draws most of the people to it. So when the History Behind the Warrior series ends, I think that's kind of it for this channel, and you know what, I would have no regrets. You guys have paved the entire way for me, and I thank each and every single person, because you guys are freaking amazing for bringing this channel to where it is. It's absolutely phenomenal. But to answer your question properly, I'm going to say that I'd probably end up leaving YouTube at that point after I finish, because I would never end the History Behind the Warrior series till I think it was my time, and I think I was done with YouTube in general, and I would just decide to pack up my bags and just move on with my life. And if that would be the case, I'd probably go off and live in a different country, embrace my Asian culture and just, try to enjoy the life I have, because, like you'll see in my Draw My Life thing at 50,000 subscribers, which will definitely happen, that my life has never really been too easy. It's always been up and down. And you know what, that's why I kind of started YouTube, because I wanted a job. I wanted something which I was happy with, being my own boss and being able to do whatever I wanted. So if I was able to pave my future from this point onwards, I just want to create something of a life which I would know at the end of the day, every time I go to bed, that I'd be happy with what I had created. Our next question is from Vernon Miller. He says, thanks for the response, I love that. I have another question. Is there any way you could start the Soul Calibur series soon? Now, I will be entirely honest, I love Soul Calibur. It's one of my favourite fighting games of all time, but the issue is that everyone right now, it's still kind of high with the MK craze, so I don't know when the Soul Calibur series will really kick off, but I'm hoping somewhere around the end of this year, or the beginning of next year, because I want to branch out from just Mortal Kombat eventually. We have another question from It's Val, and he says, when will you do an Aaron Black history video? Now, I don't really know when this is going to happen, because I'm going to be entirely honest with you, all the new characters that have come out don't have enough behind them. You have seen this with the Ferrator video, and it's not as popular as any of my other videos for the sole reason of the fact that there isn't enough substance. Maybe if there's more, then we'll see how it goes, but I just don't know when it's going to happen, because I'm avoiding stuff like making short videos, because I think you guys deserve the most of what I make at the end of each week, because I know how popular the History Behind the Warrior series is, and I want to feel like you guys get the full story of that character. Red Soldier asks, can you show your face in the next Q&A video? Our next question is from Messiah Jordan. He asks, who is your celebrity crush? My celebrity crush is Nicki Minaj. Just kidding, I prefer a woman with self-respect and actual talent. My actual celebrity crush is actually Scarlett Johansson. I think she's a very, very pretty, attractive woman, and is very talented as an actor, and she's a perfect mix of beauty, brawn, and great personality, so there's nothing I can really say that's flawed on her. Christian Lopez asks, what's your race and where you were born? I was born in Thailand, Ubon Ratchathani, and I was raised there for about 6 months before I got brought over all the way to England, and my ethnicity is half English, half Thai. Now, I've been seeing this question pop up everywhere, and it's from Brandon M, and he asks, what's my favourite Mortal Kombat character? Now, in terms of story, I'm being entirely honest, I like Scorpion's story, as cliche as it is. I just think it's a really cool story. But in terms of my favourite Mortal Kombat character right now, I'm going to have to say it's probably Aaron Black, because I can play with him the best. We have another question, it's from Gabriel James. He asked, did you expect to hit 10,000 subscribers so quickly? No, to be honest, I didn't expect to hit 100. I just made the Scorpion video out of sheer boredom, just going to see what would happen, where this entire thing would go. And 3 months later or something, I have 17 or 18,000 subscribers. It's absolutely crazy. I would have never expected this in just my entire life. We have a question from Jawsome. He asked me, how do you record your videos? Now, I do it in many different ways, but I found a way which really works for me. I'm not going to give too much away about it, but I personally use iMovie. I find it really easy to use. It's a piece of junk at times, but if you know how to use it, it's pretty damn good. Our final question is from Spirit Crusher, and he asked, what inspired history behind a warrior? Now this goes back many years. I'm talking about all the way back to about 2010, 2011. Basically what happened was I used to watch a machinima series called Two Best Friends Play. And later on I went over to their channel called Switcher, and I used to watch them do the Friday Night Fisticuffs, and I thought, this is pretty cool, I love fighting games. And then they began mentioning someone called Maximilian, who I had no idea who he was at the time. But eventually I got over to his channel and I got to see some of his content. I have to admit, at first I wasn't too sold on it, but eventually Max started to grow on me and I started to see how much of a nice guy he actually was. On top of this, I was also watching Comic Story and Eligible Monster, and I just thought, I like fighting games, no one's done a history of people from fighting games, why didn't I do it? And hey presto, that's what made history behind the warrior what it is today. So definitely props to those guys, because without them I would not be here now and I would not be entertaining you guys. So definitely look at their stuff, because they're great nice people as well. Anyway, that kind of sums up the Q&A, but don't be afraid to put more questions in the comments below, because I'll be doing one of these every 2 or something so weeks, and I will hopefully be able to get around to all different types and sorts of questions. I hope you guys enjoyed me faffing, getting to know me a little bit more. Anyway, I just want to say thank you, and the Katana video is definitely going to come up this Saturday, so stick around for that one. Anyway, take care guys, and I'll hopefully see you guys next time.